All right, shalom, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Naquam from GMS Raleigh, back at it again with another Lord's Better edifying lesson. But before going any further, I want to give all honor and all glory and all praises to our Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. And next up, double honors to our elder apostles slash elder bishops of Great Millstone who still got there in the highways and hedges and feed us with the 100% truth according to the Bible and rule well. And Shalom, Labachoya, Waparakim, Shayashirala, which is peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel in the Lashua Kodash, the Hebrew tongue. This is going to be the book of Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what should be the sign of thy coming at the end of the world? Now, that word world there in the Greek is aeon, which goes into an age, okay, an age of rulership, okay? So inquirer minds want to know. They was like, listen, Lord, when is this man going to go down and we going to be up back on top, you know? Because the Edomites was ruling during the time when the Lord was on the scene, Lord Yahweh Shah, who you even call Jesus Christ, okay? They was, the Romans was in power, which was Edomites, the so-called white man, okay? And in the last days of the last days, they're back in power now, you know, as the the second or the last leg of the Roman Empire, man. You know, so we're asking the same question: when this man's gonna go down? When is this bullshit gonna be at the end? Right? Verse 4. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. It says, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. So this is the Lord's about to give a list of signs that you're going to see to know that his return is getting nearer and nearer. Okay, and these signs that he's listing is that we're seeing now. You know, it says that the false prophets are going to rise out of nowhere, saying that the Lord sent them, that the Lord is dealing with them. We're seeing that now on a major scale. Verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You just had the United States, you know what I'm saying, and different countries, BOMBED, Yemen. I think it was yesterday because the brothers went into it at camp. Okay, that's a rumor of war. You got protests and the uproars of the people in the whole planet Earth, you know, because of the corrupt government that they're under. That's a sign, right? Those are signs. It says, see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, it's only the beginning. Verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, there's gonna be race wars, class wars, political wars, gender wars, civil wars, World War III. Okay. It says, and there shall be famines. Yeah, there's gonna be a famine of food, a famine of water, and a famine of resources. Okay, and ultimately the famine of the word. Okay, and the famine is when you have a scarce of something or a shortage of something. Okay, so there's gonna be a shortage of the word, of hearing the words of Yahweh Shemashah. There's gonna be a shortage of food, water, and resources. That's a sign. And due to this inflation, which is going to kick to hyperinflation very soon, that's what it's going to lead to. Verse and it says, and it reads on, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines, plural, and pestilences, plural. There's going to be multiple incurable diseases more on the horizon. Okay? You think it's bad now, it's only going to intensify and get worse. And earthquakes in diverse places. Yes, earthquakes everywhere. It's earthquakes everywhere where places don't normally get hit with earthquakes is getting hit with earthquakes, man. Big bro always pulls out his earthquake app. You know, there's thousands of earthquakes that happens like per week or per 2 weeks. There's like hundreds that happen a day. You know what I'm saying? That's like multiple thousands, if that's a word, that happens per month. You know what I'm saying? If they're getting stronger, they're getting intensified and doing a whole lot of damage. That's a major sign as well. Verse 8. All these are the beginning, or sorrows, right? So that situation that happened yesterday with the IT outage, that's a sign too. That's just the beginning of sorrow. It's only gonna get worse. That ain't nothing, man. The Lord's about to intensify things, man. You know. So let's go to Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, because what Yahushua said, the beginning of sorrows, right? The Lord showed the prophet Ezra the same thing. This is the book of Second Ezra 16. I'm gonna start at verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? And that proves reincarnation because the prophet Ezra saw himself in his vision, okay, of everything just collapsing, just all hell breaking loose. All right, on a major scale. Verse 18, something that was never done on the planet Earth, right? That great tribulation. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. We just read that in Matthew the 24th chapter. That's what Lord Yahweh Shah said. It says the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, yeah, bad times. We're living in a time of the Lord's judgment. Things are going to get worse. Things are going to get more tighter and tighter. All right, as the MOTB, which is to see him, is about to be mandated very, very soon. That's according to prophecy. That's a sign. It says, "What shall I do when these evils shall come?" Verse 19, behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Yes, scourges goes into whoopings. So this is these forms of judgments are whoopings from Yahweh Bashib and Yahweh Shai, the God of the Bible, man. But the 2/3 of our people ain't gonna consider that though. Only the elect will. Verse 20, it says, but for all these things shall they not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, like it says in Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, in the 5th verse. Although the Lord is bringing a whole lot of judgment, the unjust know of no shame. So the 2/3 is gonna keep being wicked until the Lord's destroy their ass, like it says in Isaiah the 6th chapter, the 11th verse. Verse 21, behold, the victuals, aka food, shall be so good cheap upon earth. Yes, you can still go to your restaurants. You can still go get groceries at a reasonable price. So everybody think it's going to be all right. He says, and they shall think themselves to be in good case. So they think, and even, and even then shall evils, bad times, grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, man. Verse 22, it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Yeah, the any killing instrument or deletion instrument, as I should say, you know. And one of the main instruments that the Lord is going to use to lead our people is Sleazy E. Okay, he's the sword of the Lord. Psalm 17 and 13. You know, the Lord's going to pass wicked laws, legislations to where it's allowed to delete people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then it's going to be great tribulation. You know, everybody's going to be struggling, so everybody's going to be off in each other with blickies, with swords, with daggers, with knives, with forks, with butter knives, with teddy bears, with pillows. You know, people like I said at camp, people gonna get creative out here, man. You know, rolling chairs. You know what I'm saying? Dressers, all that. You know, anything could be a deletion instrument, man. You know, smartphones, all that. So that was pretty much it on that one. So far as the signs. All right, this is the book of Second Esdras 15 and 1. I'm gonna jump around. This is gonna start at the first verse. This is Second Esdras 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, according to the seed under their fathers, the words of prophecy, the Bible, and the Bible alone, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 13, fear not the imaginations against thee. Yeah, the ideas, the opinions of the scoffers, the scorners, and even anybody, period, man. We don't give a damn how people look at us, man. We care about how the Lord looks at us. And let not the incredulity, which mean the unbelief of them, trouble thee that speak against thee. Yeah, get a job, get a career, you're bums, you're rapists, you're pedos. You know what I'm saying? All types of false accusations that they think about us and what they say about us. But it's all right because they did the same thing to Lord Yahweh Shah. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's comforting because they're going to be destroyed in the worst way. The Lord's going to torture them. Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, I will bring plagues upon the world. And that outage, that IT outage, was just a small thing, a worldwide disaster. Okay, that was just something small that the Lord put out there, like a trial run. Okay, but the main one is going to be the MOTB, which is the sea here when they get mandated on the whole earth, right? That's going to be a global disaster, right? Um, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their harmful works are fulfilled. That's why the love of many is getting more waxer, more colder and colder, because wickedness is increasing. And as wickedness are increasing, the Lord's judgments are intensifying. I'm gonna jump down. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna jump down to verse 14. This is Second Edges 15 and 14. Just for time's sake, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right, going back to those wars, those race wars, those class wars, those civil wars, gender wars, political wars, uh, financial wars. You know, and the swords are representing any deletion instrument, like I was going into earlier, man. Baseball bats, hammers, blickies. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their king nor princes, aka your higher officials, okay, your higher ups, like your mayors, your presidents, your police chiefs, your celebrities, the people that you look up to. They ain't gonna give a damn what they got to say. They gonna do what they want to do. The ones that's inciting the people to rebel against the government or authority, right? Because that's what sedition goes into. That's why you got protesters about the whole planet Earth, right? They ain't gonna give a damn. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, aka their leaders, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know, meaning they're gonna do what they want to do. It's gonna be like the movie The Purge, man. They're gonna do whatever. Um, Matter of fact, verse 17, a man shall have, it's like a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, because they're going to have checkpoints. You're not going to be able to go to one county to another county unless you got the, you know what, the MOTB, which is the sea hip, man. So this is going into the checkpoint. This is going to happen in the very near future during a time of martial law. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So if the men is going to be afraid, how much more the weaker vessel, which is the women? Hell, women was crying and hooping and hollering about the IT outage, man, and that was something small, man. Because they couldn't go on their vacations. They couldn't go do wickedness in other countries, you know, or different states and cities throughout America. They couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? That was something small, man. So how much more when the Lord really turn things up, when you really can't really do what you want to do when you want to do it? You know, that freedom's gonna be gone, man. Even when you take the MOTB, this man is the devil, man. You know? So he ain't gonna stay true to his word. He never did. But that's why the Lord says, never trust thy enemy. But the two-thirds is gonna do it. So to hell with him. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So these are all signs, man, that's going to happen in the very near future. And really, they're starting now, you know, because everything is here. World War III is here. The MOTB, which the C-HIP is here. You know what I'm saying? The race wars and all that, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Those different tensions, it's gradualism, man. It's here, but it's the Lord's going to intensify. The Lord's going to literally turn the heat up in the kitchen to high, which is the highest setting on the stove, man. Very, very soon, you know? But the things are here. The Lord already got the stage set. Now everything's about to play into action very, very soon, man. You know, we're about to be at the climax of the movie, you know? So these just pretty much going into the signs. You know, as a matter of fact, let me get that second Ezra, the ninth chapter. I'll close it out with that. This is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, which the measuring tool is the scriptures. It diligently goes into daily. That's why we constantly watching the news. We're constantly reading news articles. You know, we're reading spirits, we're recognizing spirits out here, and we're filtering everything back to the scriptures, right? And what thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, through the service of the prophets, the men of the Lord, says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit, aka punish or judge the world which he made. And we're living in those times now. Prophecies are speaking now, man. You know, every situation that you see that's on the news, especially the breaking news, is all according to the signs and prophecies of Yahweh Bashim and Hawashad. And Thawadia Bashim Hashad, that we at the very end of this man's rulership. We ain't got too much longer. We don't know the exact day. We don't know the exact hour. But according to the signs that we're seeing, our salvation is nearer than what we believe. It's getting more closer and closer. Verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Yeah, everybody throughout the whole planet Earth is protesting, man. You know, there's so many protesters going on that you can't name them all. You know, you can't keep up with them all. And that's according that's signs, you know, that the Lord says to look out for. You know, earthquakes everywhere. Verse 4, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right through the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, which was always here. The men of the Lord, the prophets, has always been around since the beginning of time. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end, and the end is manifest, which means it's made known. It's inevitable, man. This place is through. The people is through. The food is through. The environment's through. You know what I'm saying? Everything, this whole infrastructure, this whole system is through, man. This pit is through. Verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have a plain beginnings, and wonders, and powerful works, and endings, and effects, and signs. You see that? So those are the signs, man. You know that the Lord told us to watch out for, to look out for. You know, hey, and we're seeing them. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's going to intensify the prophecies that He said that was going to happen. You know, so hey, like I said, we ain't got too much longer to be in this kingdom. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai, we just gotta hold on, keep fearing the Lord, keep fighting, and stay in order to the best of our abilities, man. You know. So hey, with that, Lord, when this lesson was edifying, this is the brother McCon from GMS Raleigh. Shalom. Till next time. Shalom. Lord's willing.